Hello, Libra. Welcome to your planet reading. We're going to be going in all of your planets, okay? Seeing what's coming up with energy you convey naturally. I'm just real clumsy today, like knocking stuff all on the ground. We're going to see what's going on, okay? So if you have your birth chart handy, that'd be good because you can see what houses and then you can definitely see what area of your life these planets can cultivate the most energy, can bring the most out of your manifestation. So if you do have your birth chart, um, you might want to pull that up, okay? You can just literally type in free birth chart calculator on Google and it'll have tons of sites. You are definitely going to need your birth time and the place of birth in order to get your birth chart information, okay? So yeah, this is for Libra. Please only take what resonates, leave what does not. Okay, some of these things may not resonate with you. You decipher what you want to keep and what you want to leave right here. Flip the energies if you need to. Flip the energies if you need to. I'm going to be pulling out two cards. This is going to be your energy, the energy that you convey in these planets, and then what it brings to you. What's the manifestation from that energy? All right, let's get into it. Also, I do want to let you guys know that the standard personal reading will be going back to full price on July 31st. So instead of getting that reading for $35 off, which is a 30-minute personal 18-card spread, it will be back at full price, okay? Right now it's on sale for $35 off. So instead of paying $85, you pay $50. So if you want to take advantage of that, you might want to check out sacredlibra.com. Also, 333 readings are still available. That is the reading where you get a love reading, a general reading, and a butterfly message reading. And that is $33.33. If you're interested in that, you want to check out sacredlibra.com. All right, we got the Tower at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so what's going on is a lot of changes, sudden changes, a lot of epiphanies. This could be translated in your life as a lot of hard truths, sudden endings. But the good thing is that the Tower is fallen, has fallen. This is what the Tower signifies. The falling of a false foundation. The crumbling of a false foundation. The downfall of a false foundation. And these false foundations usually show up as belief systems, family dynamics. It may even be a corrupt foundation because it's a lot going on in the world. And I might get into like worldview, like tarot, and just get a tarot take on it because it's a lot going on. We may be witnessing the downfall of so many different corrupt foundations just in the world, just how it's showing. I feel like we're going to witness a lot in this age. It's a lot of things coming out. It's a lot of things that people can't hide anymore because information is so quickly accessible. So it's becoming really impossible kind of to hide, to cover your ish, to cover your ass. People have to think twice before they do things now. You know, I'm thinking code of conduct and things like that. Ethics is about to play a real role in society. I'm also getting I'm getting a lot of message from like a big collective standpoint, like a worldly standpoint. Also, I'm getting what's done in the dark. This is the light age. So we're about to see a lot of things that has been done in the dark. And a lot of it is the crumbling of false foundations, okay? Corrupt foundations, corrupt societies, a lot of corruptness, okay? So you can definitely be feeling this right now. I feel like this is just the period that is going on right now within the world, okay? So the first placement is your sun placement, and this is easy because your sun sign is Libra. So right now you possess this Nine of Pentacles energy, just naturally being yourself. But the way to best get your inner qualities or your unique qualities your unique qualities recognized is to cultivate an energy of peace. The Nine of Pentacles cultivate this energy of peace, contentment, happiness, secure, fulfilled, grateful for what one already has. So gratitude does you a good service. Gratitude does you really, really good, a good service. Also treating yourself. We know Libra likes to shop. So for some of you guys, this is like energy, like this energy that you do have to treat yourself, to be around luxury things. You have the tendency to make things beautiful, even if it's just you being in the room. That's a word, okay? Even if it's just you going to the spot and making it beautiful, your energy showing up in certain places, you have the tendency to beautify things. So definitely lean more into that in order to get your uniqueness. But also just, I do also feel like Libra is, and this is going to be weird because people think of Libra totally different. But I feel like Libra is like easy to please. It's like all you need is just certain things around you. Yes, we like the beautiful things, but sometimes those things don't even be half as like expensive as people may think. It doesn't even be all of the hype. We just make it look really, really good. We give it a really, really good energy. So I feel like Libra is like easy to please. I feel like you staying in that peace, your center, definitely does you service. This is how people recognize just how good your energy is. Like you have the energy to make things beautiful. You have the energy to lift the aura in a place, even if you're not bringing anything but yourself. And the outcome to this is justice. This is justice being served to you. So I do feel like this is inner justice brings outer justice for you. These are things going within your favor. It's like if you're good on the inside, everything else is good. Spirit could be knocking things away from your life that you don't necessarily need, because it needs you to be good with just what it is that you have instead of pulling to access things. And when you find a place, a safe space where it's all good in your own environment, you know, we are all universes on our own. In your own world, everything else is good. It has to be. It has no choice but to be good. If you know anything about law of attraction, it has no choice but to be good. The second placement is going to be your moon placement, okay? And, oh, you have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. This is how you are able to speak your truth. How you're able to kind of express your own feelings. Say what's on your mind. Express what it is that you're thinking. This is self-expression. So also, this has a lot to do with what it is that you love. So the Knight being here in the moon placement is a really, really good placement for the Knight, because it's very, very expressive, it's open, it's emotional, it's vulnerable. And this is usually to what it is that you love, or what it is that you have intense feelings, that you just have to say something. You just have to do something. You just have to show your appreciation. You just have to show your gratitude. So in doing that, I feel like this is you staying true to yourself. So making sure that you have this true connection with you and your emotions, especially with what house you have your moon is coming up in, or definitely your moon sign, if you know what your moon sign is. So let's say, let me just use my moon sign, Sagittarius. So as a Sagittarius, I need to have this feeling, I have this feeling to travel, to explore, to learn, to do. Also, there's this feeling in spirit definitely, religion, spirituality, things like that. It brings out an innate emotional response within me, and I just have to express myself in certain ways. Also creativity, I just have to express myself in a creative manner. So also, if you have this fire energy where your moon is, you're very, very passionate. You have a passionate way about expressing yourself. You have a passionate way about how you kind of explore the world, and there's a need for you to connect with that more emotionally, which you are already connecting, because the knight don't play no games when it comes to his emotions. And this brings you a lot of strength and a lot of healing. A lot of where you're going to be pouring your cup is going to be giving you a lot of healing. So definitely knowing where your moon is, where you have it, if it's fire, if it's passion that fuels you. You may be a very, very passionate person when it comes to love, when it comes to work, when it comes that it's going to be a need for you to pour into those passions. Okay. And this brings you a lot of healing, a lot of protection too, also a lot of balance. For some of you guys, you may also be getting a relationship that completely fulfills your needs. Completely fulfills your needs. It's almost like this person is your second half. Like if you were a puzzle piece, this is your exact match. And just by watering the things that it is that you love. It's true that the energy of love brings more love to you. So depending on where you need to water, especially with houses and what things kind of like connect you to you, what makes you feel more like you, more like yourself, that's going to bring you a lot of healing. That's going to bring you a lot of protection, a lot of strength, also a lot of good, strong connections. Okay. Also angelic protection too. Your third placement is definitely going to be Mercury. This is your logic. Okay. So this is how you can state what it is that you really want and get it. All right. It looks like right now you can be having a hard time with trying to stay on board. You have the Knight of Pentacles coming out. So this energy that you possess is a slow energy. I'm thinking like your Mercury could be in a place of like a earth placement, where it could be like this slow type of energy, slow but subtle type of energy that you have. I'm also getting this energy that Mercury is like air. You know, it rules Gemini. It's how you're thinking, how you communicate, things like that. And I feel like you could definitely be right now. You can be slowing things on, not jumping quick to things that you need to jump to. There's a need for you to speed up. And I say that because the outcome of this is the Five of Pentacles. It's something that you don't want. It's a place that it's a hardship. Who is expecting to go into like a hardship? Who's expecting to go into a place where you need some type of assistance? And this is how you cultivate getting what it is that you want. And I doubt if the Five of Pentacles is the outcome that a person would actually want out of a situation. You wouldn't want to be left out in the cold. You wouldn't want to have less than. You wouldn't want to be struggling financially. So I do feel like when it comes to your learning, how you learn things, how you speak, how you jump quick to how you basically create some type of productivity in your life, there's a need for you to kind of pick it up. You could definitely be being a lazy Libra here. If you did have Mercury in your chart, not Mercury in your chart, if you did have air, like if you were a Libra in Mercury, this would mean that you're very, very fast with doing things, being able to weigh things out. However, that indecisiveness, that moment in time where you get into the energy where you're like, I don't know if I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna just stay in the middle. That could be the energy that could be slowing you down. There probably needs to be a routine or a plan or a strategy. So when you start getting in that type of decisive moment. I always look at it like writer's block. Sometimes we get so hell-bent on, like I remember when like writing books and stuff, I would get so hell-bent on a chapter ending a certain type of way, or me conveying a certain type of story in a chapter, it being perfect, the perfectionist of a Libra. But then I'm all over the place because I do have a lot of fire, a lot of creativity. So I'm thinking about, while I'm on chapter 3, I'm already thinking about chapter 6 and how I want to convey it. So to help me out and not get stuck at chapter 3 because I'm trying to perfect it, I would kind of take a break and kind of outline out chapter 6. Get my creative juices going out in chapter 6. So one of the things that helped me a lot, like with writer's block, is to kind of skip a couple pages. Get the energy that's flowing out. Don't get stuck on a certain type of message, or you're trying to make a certain type of character or something like that. Don't get stuck there where you're able to slow down. And this energy, this Mercury energy, is fast energy, so let it flow. Let it flow. You see blocks, or if you don't know something, come back to it, but keep on going. I feel like when you don't know something, you can panic and kind of stay right there until you figure it all out. That's also something that Libras do. You kind of stay there until you figure it all out. But definitely learning what sign you have in your Mercury would definitely help you on how to get the ball rolling. Because if you're an air sign, this means that you can have something like creator's block, writer's block, something going on where it feels like the juices aren't going. This could also be a time where you feel like, you're having brain fog. Like you can't think of certain ideas like you normally would. And normally that's when you're trying to be perfect. That's when you're trying to analyze a little bit, analyze a lot. So I do feel like in this place, it would need like a little bit more like speed here. So definitely, I feel like there's something that you could be taking so long on. It's like you're moving ahead to it. You didn't quite stop or go the wrong direction. But as far as getting what it is that you want, and this has a lot to do with you understanding what it is that you want, understanding the full picture. Do you understand the full story? What story are you trying to tell that can possibly keep you on track instead of just being airy sometimes like we get? Okay. Your what's this? The 4th placement is going to be your Venus placement. You have a lot of energy here, Venus being, okay? You have the Magician here. You have the energy to create whatever it is that you want. You see the Love card, like how you have this angelic protection over what you're pouring to. It's something about your love, okay? And I just heard like Nicki Minaj. It's something about your love. You have the ability to create a fulfilling, lasting, emotional love life. Also, when you're in love, Libra, it ain't nothing that you can't do. So fall in love with many things, not just people. Use that Venus energy to kind of convey a magical, a dream life. Fall in love with so many things. It's something about your love. Like, there's something about your love. What this brings to you, it brings to you a deeper connection. Also, it brings to you a lot of like closeness with your intuition. This is also a master manifester too, the Queen of Cups. She knows how to get what she wants through her feelings, through connectively. And when you learn about like law of attraction, there needs to be an intense emotional feeling. This is the intense emotional feeling. If you want something, all you got to do is love it. Literally, all you have to do is love it. If you want something, all you got to do is love it. And it wants you to. You know how to create that intense emotion by what it is that you love, okay? Your 6th placement is big Jupiter. Big Jupiter. How can you highlight your best Jupiter, your inner Jupiter? This is expansion, authority, leadership in the outer world. Let them people go. Stop thinking about the past. What you cultivate here is the energy of thinking of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. It's the energy of missing out. It's the energy of probably not having support in certain areas that it kind of keeps you stuck, now. It's the energy of you kind of crying over spilled milk. Maybe you did lead in a certain place. This is the energy of your failures. Okay. So one of the self-development questions that I asked myself like a couple weeks ago, what was your biggest failure? It's a little class I was doing, and that was the question. Does it get real vulnerable? And what was the biggest failure? For some of you guys, this is directly linked to leadership. It's directly linked to authority. It's directly linked to something that you thought you had expertise on. It's something that you kind of geared up and you got ready to jump out there and it didn't work out the way you wanted to. Now, on a human level, this would be a failure. On a spiritual level, it's bigger. It's bigger. We're just in school, okay? So it's way bigger than that. But what is something that your ego that you don't want to admit, that you don't want to get through? I feel like understanding what that thing is, it brings you to a point. It brings you to a point of gratitude. It brings you to a point of more self-love, because in order to have that failure, you had to jump. And that is all Jupiter want to get you back to. Jumping, expanding, leading, authority. It wants you to get back to that energy of jumping, not looking at the bruises like, oh, I hurt myself so bad. I lost these friends. I lost this relationship. I lost this connection. It wants to get you back to that momentum of when you jump, because since you failed, that means you tried to jump. You tried to fly. You tried to go here. And that's where you need to get back to. Now, this brings you to balance. Balancing yourself. You also may need a lot of play energy. Like Jupiter wants to play, okay? You might need to balance your personal life with your work life, because Jupiter loves to play. Jupiter is big. It's go big or go home, okay? It's all or nothing type of energy with Jupiter. So I feel like you may need to add a little bit more fun to your life, a little bit more fire to your life, a little bit more spontaneity, however you say it, to your life, to kind of get you out of kind of beating yourself up over something. It looks like in this Jupiter energy, you could be beating yourself up. Definitely look at the house that you have Jupiter in, and you can correlate the two. Like, let's say if you have Jupiter in your 5th house, the house of romance and things like that, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is, 5th house. You may be beating yourself up over a relationship, over failed relationships, friendships, business partnerships. And you can kind of lean more into that and understand. Now you have your awareness of it. Now you can kind of fix it, okay? We have Mars coming in next, okay? So how can you use your fire? How can you use your fire? Oh, there's something that you need to learn. How can you use your inner fire of Mars to overcome obstacles and opposition? There's something that you need to learn. Someone needs to study on how to overcome some type of obstacles. Right now, you're real studious in this Mars energy. You could be obsessed with where Mars is in your chart, or you could be obsessed, or you could be very, very passionate behind. Mars energy is this passionate energy. So you could be very, very passionate behind something right now, learning something, doing something. And this inner fire that you have, skilled with passion, because it's fire behind learning something. It's fire behind inspiration. So this is a lot of passion. This is a lot of creativity. A lot of you guys need to channel your energy and create creative outlets in your life. Create a creative outlet for the things that you're going through. Also the things that you're passionate about. Also if you have like anger or aggression. But this is just you being really, really inspired. And your inspiration makes you overcome so many different obstacles and so many different opposing positions, because you have a thirst for knowledge. You're a Libra. So you have this thirst for knowledge, to soak up so much knowledge. And You can use that to the best of your ability. Also, you have this energy to fall in love with things. That also fuels your passion. And then Libra weighs everything. You could have the energy where you fall in love with everything. You could be one of those cheerful people who's in love or happy about everything. Some of you guys, you may inspire to be that. Definitely make sure you let go of these failures and get back to the energy of jumping. Get back to that wild type of energy. But I feel like it's something that you're inspired by, and you're about to take your anger or take your whatever it is that you have and fuel it into some type of creation. All right, what this brings you is pure expression. Pure expression. This is also inner child energy, where this kind of lets your inner child be free. So your inner child has been inspired by something lately, and your inner child wants to know more about it. Whether this raises, like, you could be angry about what's going on in the world. You could be angry about what's going on in the world, so you're researching it and you want to start a blog and you want to do this or whatever because of your frustration or your passion about the state of the world that we live in. It's like let your passion fuel you. Okay, let it fuel you. Your seventh placement is going to be Saturn. Okay, right now Saturn is retrograde. Saturn is slowing everything down. Not too much on us, Saturn. Not too much. Okay, right now you cultivate this energy right now. Wow. Okay, so this is the energy where you are trying to receive recognition. This right now, you are slowly getting your flowers. So it's like, imagine like a person throwing flowers, but put it down in slow motion. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Slow motion. You're getting your flowers and you're like, I want everything. I want the full recognition type of energy. But this recognition right now, what Saturn is doing right now, slowing it down, this is something that you are supposed to ingest. You know, like if you're enjoying, like they say, don't like rush and eat your food. Enjoy, savor every bite. It's like savor every single flower. Savor everything. Why? Because there's about to be quick speed. Quick speed that causes chaos, and you won't have the luxury to savor every flower. So there's a need for you to savor every single moment of admiration, every single supporter, every single thing that you're getting recognition, every single way that you're getting recognition. Definitely savor it, because things are about to speed up for you soon. Things are about to go rapidly fast. You have the Knight of Swords here, and this is fast, quick, beyond speed. I'm thinking light is the fastest thing moving. Okay, this fast energy that causes a lot of chaos here. Right now is slow, so you can savor it. Thank you, Saturn. Usually Saturn is the daddy that's like, you're going to learn today. But now Saturn is being the daddy that's like, eat, drink, and take your time. And take your time. And make sure that you're full. So I'm getting that this energy that's Saturn, some of you guys can have Saturn in your first house, okay? You can have this Saturn energy where you need to fully appreciate yourself. You need to soak up your wins and celebrate yourself more. You could have been feeling the urge where you just want to do something for yourself, even if it's not spending anything. Maybe you want to just take it easy. Maybe you want to watch your favorite movie. You want to listen to your favorite songs. You want to wear your favorite. It's just like this energy of you celebrating yourself. It's like, I'm thinking about the child. It's like a whole bunch of kids, and you got the other kids that's like straightforward. They're gonna get theirs. So they take everything, and then you have that one little slow child that's coming, and it's like nothing's there. And then daddy comes and it's like, you get to eat and you take your time. They gonna wait. This time you're first. So I feel like there's a feeling of enjoy being first. Enjoy being recognized. Enjoy being loved. Enjoy being complimented. Enjoy being stared at and people being in awe at you. Like, just enjoy it. Soak it up, okay? In your 8th placement, we do have the energy of Uranus here. Inner changes, outer changes. Inner changes, hard work, dedication, focus. Get focused. Get focused. Get to work. Also, this has a lot to do with you doing what it is that you love. So you diving more into the things that you love. This is a whole like love reading, but it's not like, it doesn't have anything to do with the person. If you want something, love it, and it comes right to you. I'm telling you. Like, if you want something, just love it, and it's going to come right to you. So I feel like this, you doing something what it is that you love, loving what you do. The 8 of Pentacles is hard at work because he loves what he do. So it does not feel like he's working at all. Do something you love, it won't feel like you're working. So he can sit there and do long hours. So I do also feel like discipline, consistency. I've been getting that. That's what Saturn has been telling me too. Why he been letting me eat? He been telling me, you need to clean it up. Get disciplined. Really be disciplined with yourself. Really be consistent with yourself. Really show up every single day. In what areas do you feel like you may need to get more discipline with yourself on the inside? This is inner changes, bringing outer changes. So this would be focus, hard work, dedication, being more committed to you. What this your self commitment brings, if you a butterfly, you butterfly gang, you already know. It brings outer commitment to you. So within, so without. So for some of you guys, you thought you had to be in the parties, wear a certain type of clothing or whatever, be a certain type of body type, but all you had to do was really commit to you, and you get that loving commitment that you want. This brings, whether it's in love, whether it's in friendship, whether it's in business, it brings loving commitments. It brings union to you. So you becoming in more union with yourself, with you being more committed and dedicated to you. One of the things that I did, I feel really, really proud of myself, was that I listened to my shadow. I listened to my shadow. I decided that I wasn't going to make decisions without consulting my shadow. Because if I sit and look at my shadow is just innocent. Just completely innocent. Even the reactions to life is just completely innocent. It's her being innocent, going through this life and reacting to life, reacting to what's happening to her. And I feel like she is just authentic herself. Just completely authentic herself. So something kind of hurt my shadow. And I was immediately about to put on a good old face, put a good old face on. And I heard my shadow say, so you're going to leave me again, huh? And I made that conscious decision to say, no, you're hurt, we're hurt. So guess what? And I felt so good. I felt so good being in that moment, to having that moment with my shadow, like, I got you, not leaving you. Your feelings matter to me. I'm not neglecting you to save face, to show up, no. We're nurturing here. This is a time of healing, not war. And I don't want to be at war with you. It was just like a moment of come together of, I hear you. And I also hear your frustration with me at times. So definitely, commitment to you brings outer commitment, all right? Your ninth placement is going to be your Neptune. Neptune is that magical placement. Neptune is the placement of you having this energy of seeing things, or the things that's not seen. It has a lot to do with your belief system, what you believe in, faith, things like that. Right now, we do have this energy of being like held back, stuck. But I only say this because of what the outcome is to this. Right now, there's a lot of fear on what it is that you may not know. You know, Libra, we have to know. We have to know. But that leaves us in a world of kind of getting into a lot of different things and weighing out a lot of things. But we come back and we are very, very critical. We kind of judge a lot of things and we kind of decipher a whole bunch of things. We have a lot of questions. But right now, there's a fear for you to even dive in a space. This would be for my spiritual people who's very, very spiritual. You can have a little fear about diving into something. You could possibly not see something the way that you need to. You see the blindfolds, but this is you being blindfolded by fear. Blindfolded by fear. However, there is a spontaneous awakening when the judgment card comes here. There's something you hear. Somebody is about to go into another spiritual awakening. A lot of us think that we only have one, like spiritual awakening. This is another spiritual awakening. The judgment card comes as this awake from not the dead, but from a place of just lost. So in this energy with like a belief system, there's something that you hear, there's something that you see, there's an epiphany. Some of you guys may hear trumpets, bells, horns, things like that ringing. There's something that you may hear. It's linked with an actual experience in life. It's linked with an actual experience, and this is to wake you up. Okay, so you're about to see something. I feel like this belief is about to be seen. So if you feel like a little foggy, especially when it comes to belief system, faith, magical things, unexpected things, things you can't quite explain, you feel a little brain fog there, there's about to be an awakening, okay? I feel like also there could be this energy of not understanding. Also hint with a little bit of fear. Mixed with a little bit of fear. All right, in the last placement here, we do have Neptune. Not Neptune. I just did Neptune. Pluto coming out. How to transform your life. Oh, and we got Pluto coming up. Pluto on Pluto. Somebody got a Scorpio and Pluto. Spirituality. Understanding. If you're not like a spiritual nut like me, religious, things like that, have a strong faith, then this would be self-mastery. Self-mastery transform your life. Also sitting with yourself and sitting with some experiences that you may have had, that you loved and that you may not have liked. Is being able to kind of reflect on yourself. Reflect, okay? Self-reflection is definitely going to do you good. You might want to make a plan to kind of have journals and save them over the course of, let's say, about 5-10 years, and then go back and see where you've been, where you've gone, the thoughts, the ideas, the mindset, things like that you've had. That's going to help you a lot here. But also this King of Cups energy of just spiritual energy. This is really, really spiritual energy. This is like you connecting with your intuition on one of like the deepest levels. You connecting with spirit on like a very, very deep level. This kind of transforms your life in a magnificent way. Now, what this brings to you is a lot of important information. This brings to you a lot of important information on life, gems, You're going to find out a lot of things. And a lot of things you're to keep with yourself. This also connecting spiritually is going to make you make very, very smart business decisions. Very, very smart investments with your time, energy, money. Being able to reflect and become one with you. Because I feel like a lot of people that's putting their energy out there in the world, that's just doing a whole bunch of stuff, they're not really connected with themselves. And a lot of people numb. A lot of us, we numb to get through. A lot of times your profession, you have to numb to get through. You have to work a profession where you show up hard, or you show up, emotionless, and that's just the name of the game. So a lot of times it will be getting back reacquainted with yourself on a daily basis. Part of your daily practices, your daily routines. And this brings you a lot of good information, especially where to put your energy, especially where to invest your energy, your time, your love, your money, all of that. Smart investments, great decisions. Okay, so I'm going to leave it right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If this reading resonated with you, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it, and I love you blah blah blah. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.